Good morning, everybody, and welcome. I'm trying a new setup here. I have my computer right here, kind of a mobile setup with a tripod, which is really cool. So I can do this in different locations than just my desk now. What I wanted to talk to you today about was this concept. Declare the outcome that you want before it happens. And there's scientific evidence that this is true in our lives as humans. And what I mean by this is this. So often we've heard, speak it into existence, declarations, stuff like that. What I'm talking about specifically is actually more what affects your actions that come afterwards. And this is also a biblical principle. I don't want to mess the verse up, but the Bible says that the power of life and death is in the tongue. And the words that we say have an impact on our life. And if I, again, butchered that verse, let me know in the comments. It's okay. When we speak and declare an outcome, it actually causes certain hormones and chemicals in our brain and our body that physically start to come into alignment with the outcome that we want. And so, for example, if you say, I struggle all the time, I'm sad, I'm depressed, I'm fearful, or making money is hard for me, for instance, I can never catch a good break, your body and mind will start to do actions. You will start to act in a way that will cause what you just declared to come into existence. So what I'm saying here is not that you speak it and then it just happens, but rather the action of speaking it causes your mind and your physical body to start to act in a way of somebody that is fearful, that is afraid, that never has success happen for them, that struggles, that has failure. You see what I'm saying? Versus when you say, I am successful, I am joyful, I am happy, success comes towards me, my goals are accomplishable. What I set out to do can be accomplished because I know, A, that when I'm in the will of God, that God is on my side. So I know that to be true for when I'm going after what God has told me to do. And if he says to go a different way, that's also, okay, that's part of following that. Not to make this super spiritual, though, what I'm talking about is specifically when you declare and you decree and you say a declaration, I am happy, I am joyful, success follows me, I am powerful, I have a sound mind, I make good decisions, I have wisdom. Your mind and your body start to actually act in that way. Chemicals physically in your brain and your body will start to move in different ways and come into alignment with what you're saying and declaring. And so that's why I think that wisdom, that Bible verse that says that life and death, the power of life and death is in the tongue, and the words that we declare comes from even more of a scientific standpoint and applies whether you believe it to be true or not, because I've seen this happen even for people that maybe aren't spiritual. This can happen and does. When you say you are depressed and sad, you start to act that way, and everything else, domino effects from that declaration that you made over your life, over your day, over your family, versus the opposite. I make good choices. I'm a good husband. Those that are parents, I'm a good father. I love my children. I love my family, and I would do anything for them to live a good life, for us to be successful. I am successful. When you start to declare those things, the outcome starts to happen because you're walking out the declaration and you're walking through what you're saying. So you're declaring the outcome and then you take action to make it happen. This is real simple. A lot of people can understand this when it comes to sadness, depression, and negativity. When they speak negatively over their life, They will struggle. I've done this before myself. I will say and focus on my negativity, and it's a distraction from my goals, from my destiny. And I start to struggle when I say, I'm not good on video, for instance. Some people say that. I'm not good at creating content. I'm not good at writing. I'm not good at public speaking. And then their actions follow those words versus saying, I am good at public speaking, or I'm getting, even you can, if you're not ready to go that far, say, I am getting better at it. I am improving this thing. I'm getting better at public speaking. I'm getting better with my attitude, with my temper, whatever that is. And then from there, the next step is saying, I have control over my physical body, the words that I say. I have control over my thoughts, my mind. And in that, that's where then your outcome starts to follow the declaration, because you've already set the groundwork. You've laid the bricks for you to then walk on. We can't say, I'm a failure, I suck at life, I'm unsuccessful, and I can't do anything right, and then hope to walk towards our destiny and everything work out for us. Because you literally just said that that's not possible for you. And so I'm not trying to say that you saying it causes that to happen in your life. Because I've seen people that are negative and still have good things happen, and people that are positive have terrible things happen. This is life. This is living on planet Earth. But when you declare and decree and speak life over your life and your situation and your emotions, and you declare the outcome that you want, you will then start to walk out that destiny and start walking towards the goal and the calling that you have for your life. And the activity of walking it out then creates the possibility of that declaration that you declared before it happens to then flourish and become true. You made room for it. When you're speaking negatively and talking down about yourself and your ability, there is very little room in your life, in your mind, in your emotions, in your physical body for that, because your body is just trying to survive. You physically will be in a survival state, just trying to live and not die in that. But when you start to talk and walk out in abundance, declaration, I am joyful. I am good at the things that I go after, the things that I want to do. I have all the tools that I need to be successful. I lift up the name of God. Blessings come down in my life. And when you start to declare those things, you're making room for that to happen. The declaration doesn't instantly cause it to happen. I don't say I'm going to have $1 million and it's now in my hands. However, I will say I am going to be a millionaire. I'm going to be a billionaire. And by saying that, I am walking out towards that destiny and making room for it to happen in my life, versus saying success never happens for me. Everything is hard. I struggle. And so by making these declarations, and if you're just watching this now, go back to the beginning of this. We make room for those outcomes to happen for us to walk towards our destiny. They don't just magically appear. When you declare something, it doesn't just automatically appear in front of you. Like I said, I have $1 million. It didn't just appear right in front of me. But by saying that, by declaring I am working towards my goals of being a millionaire, of being a billionaire, I make room for that to happen, because then my actions and my activities in my life and the choices I make start to come into alignment with those goals that I've declared over my life. And so when you declare the outcome before it happens, you make room for it to be possible, and then you can walk on that as if it's pavement towards your destiny. And that is the truth of why declarations are important. To no longer speak negatively, to no longer speak death and destruction over your life, but to speak life and the outcome that you want to happen before it is a reality. And when you do this and try this out, you'll see it starts to happen, and your goals start to manifest in your life. Have a good one, everybody, and we'll talk soon.